HUD activated. Commence briefing.
Approaching Harad.
Data on the subject, Kadir Suleiman, a local political figure hired to maintain order after the outbreak. His brother has...
Can we all agree that the GRE, which apparently stands for Global Relief Effort, 1. is the most useless, most confusing organization ever created. Their involvement just doesn't make any sense. 2. This woman is explaining to Crane as if he doesn't know what the mission is. I mean, I would hope so, given the fact that he's been hired by these people. 3. These people are responsible for supplying the city of Haran with tools and medicine they'll need. The entire city is overpopulated with zombies and other mutated creatures, but we'll try to aid the most confusing antagonist I've ever seen. I know I keep complaining in my videos that the antagonist is useless or ineffective to the game's story. I'll explain why Rise is confusing later in the video. For now...
I told you that wasn't a normal drop shoot.
Where in the world did these 3 come from?
Then take him to Rise.
Back up! All of you!
Stop! Loud noises draw them.
This guy's useless when it comes to combat. If it's 3-on-1 during the zombie apocalypse, I'm not hesitating for a second. So the GRE dropped supplies for everyone to take and use, right? Why didn't they supply Crane with an armored suit to protect him from a bite? Funny thing is, this guy doesn't even know how to defend himself against a zombie. Oh, sit back and enjoy the show. We're gonna rip this game into pieces. Saving the hero at the nick of time cliche.
Come on! We have to move!
What is that zombie doing? Probably having second thoughts.
Let's get him off the street!
I'm sorry, but that guy was incredibly foolish to sacrifice his life for someone he never even met. In this kind of world, surviving is what's important. I would understand dying so your loved one can live, but Crane is a completely random guy.
You pinch him. You're scared. I'm not scared. Then pinch him. He blinked. What? He blinked again. What if he's a zombie? Zombie! Run!
Hold on, man. Did these people leave the door open to where children can go through effortlessly? Crane has been bitten. No wonder so many people died. They're completely unaware of their surroundings.
Hey, I'm looking for the... Are you the boss?
What, am I too young? You got the problem with my age?
No, You wanted to talk to me?
That's better. Do you remember anything? Know what you are?
Yeah, I can see this is some kind of shelter.
We call it the Tower. Brecken and his runners put it all together a couple of months ago, and we've been here ever since. Hunting airdrops, scavenging, and rescuing people.
Yeah, I wanted to thank that girl.
Good, because if not for her, you'd already be chewing somebody's knee bone. Your Antizin was totally crushed, by the way. Only thing Jade could salvage was your radio.
Oh, great. So can I get that back, please?
Actually, I think I need it more than you do.
You know, it's funny. During the 3 days Crane was unconscious, the GRE didn't even try to contact him at all. I find it awfully convenient. The game doesn't want to blow his cover so early, I guess.
Their lives in danger for guys like you. So now you take the Antizin meant for someone else, and you won't even share your gear with us? I don't have time to deal with your bullshit.
Nobody told you guys to sacrifice one of your guys for a complete stranger. The man was sent out to complete a mission, and the first thing he does is get jumped by 3 goons and then get bit by a regular zombie. The uselessness of this guy is beyond my comprehension, but because of plot armor, he will prevail.
I don't have time to deal with your bullshit. I've lost contact with one of our guys thanks to the fucked up radios we're stuck with.
Okay, and that's Crane's problem? How? You're trying to guilt trip Crane and you won't get anywhere with that. How about you guys find better tech? You know where to get it from.
Hey, hold still. Lena will be here any minute.
Gauze. You've got to find some gauze. Oh, and alcohol. Combine them. That will stop the bleeding. Please hurry.
Man, you're acting like you're dying. You got cut in the arm, that's all.
You're Jade, right?
Right.
I just wanted to thank you for what you did for me and tell you how sorry I am for your loss. I owe you and Amir my life.
Yeah, you do. You want to return the favor? Keep my dipshit brother from killing himself.
Sorry, Jade, he doesn't have any plot armor.
Welcome to our gym. First things first, you've got to learn how to run.
What do you mean, learn how to run?
Just do what I say, all right? Now, jump down to the very bottom.
Yes, because jumping down a couple of stories teaches people how to run.
Holy shit!
What kind of drop was that? Anybody lands with their legs straight, the kneecaps will be touching their shoulders.
What's happening to me? Shit. Shit. Oh, shit.
Talk to me. What's going on?
Something went wrong. Rahim, what just happened to me?
Oh shit. I bet you're having your first seizure.
Alright, Rahim knows Crane is at risk of turning, yet he makes Crane walk on this crane. Not once, but twice.
Oh, you're the new scout. Rahim radioed me about you.
Yeah, that's me. Name's Crane.
I'm not gonna bother learning your name till you've survived a few days, but here, this is for you.
Are you serious? A wooden stick? You're not going to give him a blade? You have all kinds of weapons, but no. A stick will do the trick. Let's talk about the useless DLC packs. They seem cool, they're cheap, but they're useless. You're not buying the weapons, you're buying the blueprints. It's not like these parts are common. They're very rare. If I buy something for the game, I expect to use it right away. That's $2 wasted. That means 2 cents.
Yeah? Okay, new guy. Be careful out there. We've lost too many already.
I love how the doors were closed all this time, but for some reason, they'll never be closed again.
You seem a little bit under the weather. Don't worry. Zero will...
I wasn't able to drop kick this guy like I can to zombies.
Oh man, I think it's too late for this guy.
Alright. Finish it. Just don't let him suffer.
Okay, it's done. Fuck.
You had no choice. He wasn't human anymore.
You're talking about a zombie. Zombies feel no pain. They're already dead. The amount of times this game broke the rule of 3 cliche is incredible. The fact that this game will only allow you to play with others once you're done with this particular part contradicts the way this game was advertised. Play with your friends and go through an incredible story killing zombies with parkour style gameplay. Oh, but you can only do so once you're done with the first hour or so.
Crane here. I'm about to recover an antizin drop.
Good, Crane. This offers us a new strategy. Time to turn your attention to Rise. Listen closely. It's very possible that Rise is our man. So if you find an airdrop containing antizin, destroy it.
What? Why?
It will force interaction with Rise. You can go under Brecken's auspices as an ambassador, if you will.
So you guys wasted time and resources to drop all these antizin just to order Crane to destroy it all when there's so many people that need this?
But there are civilians depending on this stuff.
Our plan is focused on the greater good.
Sorry, but the only greater good is saving people and helping them leave Iran. Leaving everyone to die will not help anyone outside of the city in any way. Crane takes one vow when he could have at least took something to the others who need it. Lastly, Crane will never use that one vow. It's a sin because he will not turn, no matter how many seizures he'll have.
Oh shit. They must have heard me.
That was a lame jump scare. I find this hilarious. Crane just learned how to run and do some parkour moves. How is he outrunning these giant beast mutated creatures?
You know, I met him here right after the outbreak. I didn't know him for that long, but he was the best, most decent man I've ever known. But I just want you to know that I don't blame you. Amir knew the risk. And Crane, we know that you two are taking a risk to do this for us.
Look, Jade, we'll talk when I get back with the antizin, okay?
Okay.
Crane's voice does not match the tension of being chased by a volatile.
There you are. Rai said you'd be coming by. I'm Karim.
Crane.
An American. I have an uncle there. Lives in Texas. You from Texas? You a cowboy?
I'm from Chicago.
Okay, Al Capone. We'll be in constant contact over the radio. That way I can make sure you get where you need to go.
And where's that exactly?
You're going to be climbing antenna towers and switching on shortwave radio modulators. Most of my men are too slow, too fat, or too drunk to climb a tower like that without killing themselves.
That makes me wonder, how can anyone be fat during a time like this where food is very limited and you have to be on the move at any point in time because surviving means everything?
What the hell?
That doesn't automatically kill Crane. Nope, that is straight up concrete. That landing is way too soft for that speed. Such an anticlimactic landing.
Hey Kareem, what do I do if the second transmitter's trashed?
The better question is, what will you do if you disappoint Rice? And the answer is probably die horribly.
Well, just so you know, that's not Crane's fault. If the transmitter is trashed, then what can be done other than getting someone to fix it?
Well, you not only did the job Kareem asked of you, but you made it back in one piece. Bravo.
Can I get some antizin now?
Did you think I would be satisfied so easily? You still have plenty to prove.
Look, we really need the drugs. Let me have them now, and then I'll come back and do whatever.
You'll get antizin when I say you get it, not 1 second before. But, as I have established, I am not unreasonable.
Are you joking? Crane just went through multiple towers to get the transmitter running so you could give him some antizin. And now you're telling him to do more jobs. What part of that isn't unreasonable?
What do you want me to do?
This will be different from your exploits on the antennas. It will require a bit more persuasion. The imposing of one's will, the creation of one's own rules. That is what makes a man. Do you live by your own rules, Crane? Or are you merely someone else's puppet?
Yeah, that's not some vague way of saying I'm clowning you and there's nothing you can do about it.
Now it's time for you to give me what you promised. 2 crates of antizin.
I think not. Your loyalty to the tower is nothing but blind obedience, Crane. A coward's submission to false hierarchies. You follow their rules as thoughtlessly as you follow mine, like a good little dog.
Look, we had a deal.
Your people need the antizin. Now, more than ever, I would surmise. But a man who follows someone else's rules is no man at all.
Alright, so what are you saying about your men? With that mindset, a leader will become corrupt, and once he's corrupt, their days are numbered. Villain shows how much of a villain he is by shooting his own men cliche. Honestly, I don't know how none of these guys doesn't kill this one guy.
If you want more, I present you with an opportunity.
I just did 2 whole missions for you, and you only gave me 5 vials. Grinding with you is worse than playing an MMO.
I have an arena where men fight for our amusement. I would have this Scorpion fight for us. I'm curious how long it will take for someone of her caliber to break.
I find it hilarious how Rice is trying so hard to be like Voss.
No, forget it. I'm not doing it.
I hear no true conviction in your voice, Crane. You have not yet made your choice, I can tell. Will you be a dog and save the dwellers of the tower? Or will you be a man and save the maiden?
You just contradicted yourself like a fool. You literally just said Crane has blind obedience because he's doing things for others. But now you're pretty much trying to say be a man and help your people. The philosophy from this character is a joke. Oh no, just blow my cover, why don't you? Honestly, I'm surprised Tahir didn't notice him reaching his arm out to someone.
That guy should die in a fire. Fuck.
Apparently Jade has the ability to teleport. She also left Crane out knowing he's not as familiar with this place as she is.
Alright, listen, you take this stuff and get back to the tower. I'll deal with these assholes.
Don't be ridiculous. We'll fight them together.
Oh yeah, because you didn't leave Crane on his own without making a sound, right? Crane didn't just take out tens of Rice's men on his own while you're out here trying to look pretty, right? Yo, you and this teleporting thing. I don't know how you do it, but you can't just sneak up on people when they're ready for combat. Also, how you carrying all those bombs that you found in that crate? It was enough to fill the whole thing up. Also, you gotta love how as soon as Jade teleports out of here, Rice's men come out of nowhere.
Crane, you said we needed to talk about other options if we didn't find any antizin.
And we will, but right now let's deal with these explosives, okay?
Okay, listen. I'll give the explosives to Saeed and you talk to Rahim. Make sure he stays away from that hive.
In what world do you think Rahim will listen to Crane? You must not know your own brother. Maybe you should tell Saeed not to tell Rahim about the explosives.
Hey, Doc, you got a minute?
Oh, it's, Kane. Yes. How can I help you?
Hey, Crane. Remember when I told you about that weird infected I saw? You know, the one who took one look at me and hauled ass away? Yeah, well, I just saw another one, and it did the same thing.
I believe I have heard your colleagues talk about those creatures. Bolters, they call them. Apparently, they favor certain areas of town over others, but only appear at night. I don't suppose you could catch one and bring me a sample of its flesh. You see, a thought occurred to me. A long shot, I realize. But if these creatures favor areas where I left my experimental bait, well, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Please do obtain a sample, but it has to be fresh.
Yeah, about that. How can these creatures be fresh when they're dead? Their flesh is old and rotten. It's been rotting for years. For a brilliant doctor, you surprise me. This ain't a sin, but Ali, Jordan, Alex, if you guys are watching, that's what I'm gonna do to you one day. I love how you can drop kick these zombies to the next zip code, but a regular human being won't even flinch. Not only that, this is the second time the Toad spat acid on Crane, but he also came out of nowhere. Where was he when Crane was drop kicking all these zombies like their target practice?
That's a fucking bite wound. You goddamn stupid fucking kid!
So Crane gets bit by a zombie, he's fine throughout the entire game. He'll have some annoying seizure slowing him down for a very short amount of time, but he'll do just fine. Rahim gets bitten in the leg, which is further from the brain than the arm, meaning it'll take longer to turn, but the plot runs out for Rahim, it seems. Can we talk about how awful the gunplay is in this game? The fact that you can't aim with the triggers is astounding to me. You have to press the right analog stick. I get this game is old, but shooting games has been using the triggers years before this game was developed.
What should we do with them?
You'll never find her. Never. And I'll never talk. You'll get nothing from me.
I am less concerned with making you talk, Doctor, than I am in preventing your escape.
Sadistic fuck, he's an old man.
Give the doctor some first aid. And take Crane to the pit.
Ah, so we're going with the antagonist letting the protagonist live so he could get the chance to free himself, right? Okay.
I found Zara, but before I could get him out of there, Rice ambushed.
How are you even talking? You're knocked out, remember?
You come to us like a snake in the grass. Here, in a city of lies. You are the biggest liar of them all.
What the hell are you talking about? Answer me, motherfucker!
Yes, lose control. That is what you Americans are so good at, after all. If I...
Not bad.
Why do you keep killing your own man when your real threat is right in front of you? Better yet, why does any of these fools follow him? They clearly see how he treats his dogs. Yes, come closer to the guy that took out tens of zombies, plus a creature strong enough to throw a truck.
All right.
Kill him.
Doc, come on, let's get you out of here.
He has a knife stabbed through the heart.
Save these people. They don't deserve.
Also, he's able to talk after being stabbed through the heart. Why is that lapdog not shooting Crane? Either those lapdogs have terrible aim or Crane has the power of luck. Either way, he's getting sent.
Hey, friend. Sorry, but I had no choice. Rise has me by the balls.
What? What did you do?
Crane, let's go back to when you were talking to him.
What you did to Rice, that's more than enough payment for us. Go to the collapsed tunnel that led to Old Town. Knock at the door that leads to the sewers. Someone will take good care of you.
When a stranger tells you someone will take good care of you, that usually ends up very bad. Someone like you should know that.
Savior's my ass. The bastards are working with Rice. They ambushed me and I barely got past them. So much for trusting people.
That's on you. You can never trust anybody in a zombie apocalyptic world.
Almost rigged a way to break through the chrome jamming. Come on, say hello to Troy.
Hey, I'm Kyle Crane. It's good to finally put a face with the voice.
First of all, that was heavily uncalled for. I'm not talking about Crane saying it to her, I'm talking about how forced that greeting was. Nobody greets anyone like that.
Hey, it's Crane. Now, I know you're headed for Dr. Camden, but his clinic's surrounded by zombies and Rice's thugs, so just let me come and help you.
Crane, stay away from me. I hear your voice, and all I can see is my brother.
Please, just hear me out, okay?
So you're gonna be pissed at Crane for something that is your fault? It was you who told Saeed about the explosives. Crane tried to stop him, but Rahim wouldn't listen. Typical women stuff, I guess.
I'm glad she didn't see me jump like that. She'd never take me seriously.
Got a little crush, huh?
How could I not? Have you met her? That's why I volunteered for this.
What's you're risking your life with a horde of flesh-eating zombies to impress a girl?
Mate, before the outbreak, the most impressive thing I'd ever done was win a spelling bee, okay? Troy would have never even looked at me, so I'll take my opportunities where I can.
You know what's funny? She still won't even notice him. Sometimes simps are entertaining to watch.
Jade! Jade!
How was Jade kidnapped so fast? Crane was very close to the place she wanted to meet. How is it possible that not only Jade was kidnapped, but they had time to perfectly write this in blood? Plot demands? Must be. Can someone explain this massive plot hole to me? If the zombies have contaminated the water, how is it that no one got infected from touching the water? You could tell because the water is disgusting and hasn't been cleaned for an X amount of time by this point.
Jade, here. You take this. No, come on. Listen, I've still got some in my system. You need this worse than I do.
Crane, I just want you to promise me one thing. When the time comes, you're the one who takes me out.
Well, one, why does it matter? Whether it's Crane or Rice, you will still be a zombie. Two, Crane, why don't you tell you still have that antacid you found from the beginning? You still haven't used it, remember? Give her the shot and you take the antacid. That way you'll both win.
God damn it, no, don't make me do this! God, Jade, what was that? I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to.
One of us has to live, Kyle. You just remember what you promised me.
Well, he didn't promise you. As soon as you tried to get him to promise, he started having that seizure. A sick woman who was on the brink of turning took on 4 of Rice's men. They just stood there until it was their turn to fight. The force of this plot demand was just too strong. Yes, Crane, place your hand right on a zombie's mouth. A pro like you would know what to do. I am not going to lie. I'd give credit where credit is due, and this boss fight was almost perfection. Due to the clunky combat, it wasn't as good as it should have been, but it was still on point.
Crane, Rice said you would come.
You've been shot. What the fuck is going on?
This is what we get for trying to make a living. Rice betrayed us all.
How is this a surprise? The man literally used some of you guys as target practice, killed many of you to show how much of a villain he is, and called all of you dogs because he told y'all what to do. Who would follow someone like him? These goons, of course. Character dies once they said all they needed to say cliche.
So, face to face again. I guess that means I don't need this anymore.
With or without it, Suleiman, you're dead.
Come now, Crane. Do not pretend you don't care. How many lives depend on this disc? Hundreds? Thousands? Perhaps billions.
You know why I don't get here? If you got the QTE right, you'll still get stabbed. Kraid just won't die. What a boss fight this is. Honestly, I don't think I've ever played a game with the final boss fight set on QTEs. The fight with Tahir should have been the final boss fight. Instead, we get this. A man with one arm.
Yes, go on. You cannot resist. Do it, I won't fight you. Just as you killed Tahir. Do it!
Fuck you, asshole.
You are not serious right now. The man is responsible for so many deaths. You didn't even hesitate when you killed Tahir, but you will let Rais live. Crane is about as useful as a bike with one wheel. Where the hell did this helicopter come from? Good job, Crane. Just take your eyes off the person that's trying to kill you. I don't care if he just got stabbed in the stomach with a machete. The man has the willpower to kill his opponent.
Let's ask for a decision, asshole!
This was my first time finishing a game, and wow, this was incredibly predictable. This ending was all over the place. It made absolutely no sense. This guy had a knife in his chest this whole time. Also, the fact that you see no blood coming from Crane doesn't make any sense.
Hello, Crane, can you hear me? It's Camden.
Yeah, Doc, I hear you. What's going on?
The analysis just finished on the tissue samples. The results are... well, I don't think the word phenomenal is too strong. Crane, if you can recover Zara's data, I'm certain a cure is within reach.
Wow, what convenient timing. The scientists found out what can be the cure to the virus at the best time.
Goddamn